Alright, well, we're right back. I basically just turned it off and then right back on. There are a lot of levels to choose from at this point. I mean, I could continue in the Unfettered story. I could go back to Frozen Fjord for revenge. I could continue in the Algox story. I could continue Snowflake's retirement goal. I have a bunch of these scenarios. Not this one. So I've never played Under the Influence, Pylon Problems, or Lush Grotto. So maybe I should go for one I've never done before. I kind of want to... start to work towards retiring Geminate. The only thing is I really wanted to get it's a level 6 card. I really wanted to play this card. Like, Brittle Impair Self is, like, so mean because you really, really want to play Amulet of Life to get rid of that Brittle. But, I mean, come on. Brittle Poison 3 targets? That's crazy. Set that up with Snowflake attacking something for 9? Oh my gosh. And I think... yeah, White Winds will hit in that arcing pattern. So if, like, Snowflake is standing where the little dot is, and where like, you could add the Hex with an enhancement, if Snowflake's standing there, I hit 3 targets with the Corrosive Acid to Brittle Poison them, then I attack with White Winds with a Snowball up, and I'm attacking for, like, 16, 18, 20. That sounds way too much fun. Sounds like way too much fun. But, like, leveling up 2 more times on Gem, I just don't know if it's going to happen. I mean, I really have full control over when I retire, but... let's, okay, you know what? We just unlocked a new level for the Alchemist, so let's go to the Lush Grotto and get a lot of herbs, right? And we're getting really close to the end of winter. This is the last winter, level. So, let's go there. And this one looks like it's just a road. I don't know. Okay. Take up a defensive position around the Valarath, or the best defense to good offense. Who are we attacking? Algox? I guess we'll go for option A. I know that one of these is better than the other, but I don't know which one it is. And it was option A. Although, really, neither of these were bad. 231. I'm pretty sure I don't want that. I think it just gives you extra hide, which I think is the least valuable resource. When you gain a loot token, instead gain 3 hide. It's fine. Who wants gold the most? Probably Coral. Coral only has 1, so we'll give it the skinning knife. Okay, I just made a comment about how Frosthaven is a little bit too blue. We come to a place called the Lush Grotto, and it's all of the icy tiles. Like, blue is my favorite color, but Gloomhaven had a much better job of making it feel like you're going to, like, different places. And, like, I do understand, like, thematically and, like, in the storyline how it makes sense, because it's just... you're in a frozen icy tundra and there's like one ancient spire to like go through, but I did not expect the Lush Grotto to be this icy. All right, what do we have here? Scenario is complete when all 4 girl treasure tiles have been looted. That's the same scenario I just played. Throughout the scenario, only read a section if it hasn't been read yet. Okay. This is very, very reminiscent of Scenario 7 in Gloomhaven for me. Where in that one you have to loot like 5 treasure tiles, but you can only loot them with loot actions. It had cave bears, it had forest imps. So chaos demons instead. What else do we have? Polar bears! So yeah, this is very reminiscent of Scenario 7. 4 treasure tiles. Okay. The loot pool, we have 1 of 3 of the herbs, and 2 of the other 3, and then just wood, and a lot of money. So I would like to pick up a lot of loot. It would be really nice to leave here with, like, 6 herbs. And all we have to do is pick up the treasure tiles. So, I mean, early on, I'll focus on dealing some damage. And then we'll just have to see from there. Where's my snowflake? So, Elite Chaos Demon, normal Forest Imps. Forest Imps really shouldn't be a problem. Ooh, Shuck. Shuck is going to be very, very, very nice for dealing with these Forest Imps, because they've only got 1 heal self. And if I add 2 Pierce onto an attack, 2 Pierce with a wound is going to be very likely to kill. So I like that. I like that a lot. So turn 1, let's just do Shuck with Overwhelming Wave, right? And then I should be able to kill the 2 on the bottom almost immediately. Let's get some battle goals. I did a road event, so I guess we're ready. Is Snowflake going to hit 5 here? What's she looking at? Probably not. I get 12 experience for winning. Ooh, should I bump up the difficulty? Let's bump up the difficulty by 1. Because we're probably about to go up in difficulty anyway. What's up? All right. So I am going to bump up the difficulty. It just gives 1 more health to these snow imps, which, like, whatever. It was 5 more health on the Chaos Demon. I think 2 on the normal. But I don't think any of that seems like the world's biggest deal. I feel like we should be fine. You know what? I'm going to restart my OBS, because that is what's eating all of my CPU right now. All right. We were hovering at like 75% CPU usage. And now, after restarting OBS, it's at 40? 45? Okay. So hopefully this will be running better now. I think it looks like it is. I think I'm getting a better frame rate. Okay, so I know I want to do a Shuck. I know I want to set up Shuck top. Oh, I haven't done these yet. That's what I was looking at. Never walk through an ally or jump over an enemy. End your scenario at full health. Pick up with a loot action. Oh, man. Wasn't I only 1 check away? I'm only 1 check away from getting a perk. Maybe I'll go for Pedestrian, and I'll just try to keep Coral away from everybody else. I don't know, it's not great. Never long rest on Gem, I don't like that. Never exit a Hex next to somebody except through forced movement, or don't do any attacks for the first 3 rounds. Those were not good ones for Gem. Kill an undamaged enemy in a single attack. Never kill an elite named enemy or boss. Kill an enemy while 3 elements are strong or waning. That should be doable for Snowflake. Especially... Oh, Chaos Demons set their Chromatic Explosion. Is that what it's called? So yeah. That'll probably happen eventually, and that'll give me a free ritual list. So I'm thinking Coral wants to take on these 2 Forest Imps. Or maybe I should have it kill these 2, because I can get these 2 really quickly. If I have Coral take on these 2... I would have Snowflake stay up on this side and do some... Okay, I think I see a 2-turn plan. So Coral's going to just stand still and do Shuck to add Pierce and Wound to all attacks with Overwhelming Wave to play 3 cards next turn. It'll give me both my elements, which will be nice. Snowflake is going to go slow with Cold Snap. And I make 2 1-hex hazardous terrain tiles. So I can move here with a move 3, make a hazardous terrain under the Forest Imp. If the Chaos Demon moves, then I make it under him. And then next turn, I can just go with, like, Biting Frost, back up and immobilize these guys. Not that the immobilize will really matter. But then, like, I could Lifting Gust to push the Chaos Demon away. And then the Chaos Demon wouldn't be able to reach me. And then Snowflake won't be in this hex anymore. So then Coral can go to this hex and start hitting things with Shock. So I really like that as a 2-turn plan. Is this 11? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 11. I think maybe let's try Blinding Vortex instead of Frigid Growth. I don't really need this ice. Move 3 jump is just obviously better than move 2 jump, right? And, like, do I really need the top for hazardous terrain? I don't think so, because I get a lot out of Cold Snap. I don't think I have enough time to take 2 turns playing hazardous terrain and then start pushing and pulling. I think it's going to be most effective to just Cold Snap. Like, if I had, maybe in a scenario, kind of like we had in Crystal Enclosure, where it's like a small point where you're making a defensive area, then I could bring 2 hazardous terrain tiles. But in something like this, it feels like there's a lot of movement to be done, and so I don't need to... I don't need to ever spend 2 turns setting up hazardous terrain. I think 1 should be sufficient. So that's a 2-turn plan there. So can Gem solo this side? Probably not. But what I can do is use Snowflake to pull this Chaos Demon up here to mess with the hazardous terrain up here, and then Gem will just need to solo these 2 Forest Imps. So attack for 6 would kill them. I am getting the Cold Snap here for ice, so maybe turn 2 I go for an Icebound Quills, which would just one-shot one of them. It would one-shot even with a -2, which means that even with my Glancing Potion, everything would one-shot with Icebound Quills with ice. So that's really nice. Would I have anything good I could do on turn 1? Dragonfly Surge? Oh my goodness. So I just position right here. I go for Smoldering Hatred with Dragonfly Surge. I'll ignore the muddle on myself, or maybe I just muddle myself still. I'll get Pierce, and I get advantage with the bottom of Dragonfly Surge, so I'll ignore the 2 shield, so it'll be attack for 4. I just have to curse myself. I guess I could ignore the curse. I'll have advantage, so the advantage and the muddle would counteract each other. And then, is it a huge deal if I'm muddled for the next turn? So maybe I want to save my ability to go for another Smoldering Hatred later and ignore the curse. I just don't want to use that. I don't want to use this really valuable tool of ignoring one of my conditions, like, on turn 1. I will poison myself. But I just need 0s to kill. I don't know. We'll figure it out when the time comes. 32, I think, is going to be faster than all of, like, the problematic Forest Imp cards, except for their 5. 5 would be really bad to see here. And then Cold Snap, and I just need to move 3, so I could go for the Blinding Vortex. I guess I could go for Crosswinds to pull this guy in, but I think I would rather save that. So let's just do Blinding Vortex. And I'm very happy with this turn 1. I'm very happy with this turn 1. So I don't want to eat curses from these guys. Let's ignore the muddle. So first I will poison myself to gain advantage. It'll switch me to melee, which is totally cool. Poison myself. And then I will ignore the muddle, but I'll add the curse. So I get a 2-target attack 4 with advantage into both Forest Imps. So left and right. And they both die. Because it's attack 4 with Pierce 2. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Dragonfly Surge, I am very happy I took you. What was the other choice at that level? Was it Mandible Storm? This is a lot of potential damage on a non-loss card. Like, I mean, if you got into this formation, it's an attack for 12, which is pretty insane. It looks like it would be very hard to get into that, though. So yeah, the level 3 Geminate cards are really good. All of the level up cards have been really, really good. They feel like... They do feel complicated. I like Geminate. Geminate is fun. I have been convinced. Alright, and that will finish Geminate. Geminate's going to take an attack for 5 with advantage. And 6 because I'm poisoned. It's kind of gross. Alright, so first the Elite Forest Imp and then the normal into the Crab. So 4. And then attack for just 2, and it'll miss. I get 2 curses. But that's probably the best character to get cursed, I think. And that finishes them. So now the Chaos Demons. So attack for 6 with advantage. Okay, so it'll proc my Iron Helmet. So thank you for me getting that. So it's attack for 6, so I'll take 4. Not bad. Definitely not too bad. And I get muddled. But I wasn't attacking this turn. Now this is the one I'm afraid about. I guess I can't get crit, though. The advantage and the disadvantage counteract, so it's just a normal hit. Nice! So it's 6 because of the poison, so I take 4. Oh. And I started in ranged form, but now I switched to melee. Maybe I already switched them. I don't think I did, though. Coral will just set up Shuck and Overwhelming Wave, which will get 2 elements. And I'm after them, so they don't get to eat the light. I guess they're full health, so they wouldn't heal anyway. And then I will move forward 3, and I will set Ice. So 1, 2, 3... I don't see any reason to not just do it like this. And I'm happy there. 2 1-hex hazardous terrain tiles and adjacent featureless hexes. Up to 3 enemies occupying hazardous terrain suffer 2. Yep, so that works that way. And we can end the round. And then now I will just Biting Frost with Lifting Gust. This will allow me to move over here, immobilize this Chaos Demon, and push him into the corner. Beautiful. Let's see. Disarming this Chaos Demon sounds good. The other option would be to drag down, but they do have a ranged card. So maybe I just want to go fast and disarm. Maybe at like Hornbeetle Carapace, because maybe I want to save this Retaliate. I don't get the extra damage because I am poisoned already. But I think I'm fine with that. Just getting the disarm sounds pretty good. What other options could I have? I could go for a Hornet Stinger to get the poison in. I could, like, shield one in Hornet Stinger. But I don't want to get hit by this guy. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything super amazing, I don't think. Pulling in with Thresh and Flail doesn't really feel like it would help anything here. Since the Forest Imps are flying, they can't take hazard damage. Okay, I know I want Snow Dancer to move back so that Crab can get in and do a 2-target Shuck. Right? So, like, I guess just Mighty Cleave. I can eat the Dark. It won't really help me. I guess it would prevent the Chaos Demons from baning me with that Dark, though, right? So, I think I already picked my Snowflake cards. So, 23 should be fast enough to avoid stuff out of the Forest Imps, except for their shield. And then I'm just moving forward. Maybe I want to activate a Tide. So maybe I'll activate poison on all my attacks. I like that. I like that, because then I would really like to hit the Chaos Demons as well. So maybe I would go Skitter. Oh, but that's all tops. And I need a bottom to move too, right? So just any bottom to move to, maybe Undertow. But Undertow would be too fast, because I need to go slower than 16. So I might as well save my fastest card. Maybe Pools of Power. And then Rancid Brine. And then the only thing... Ooh, also this is going to set up light for me by doing Rancid Brine. So the next turn, I can just attack 2 and stun with my level 2 card. I like that a lot. So yeah, let's just stall on this guy with a Disarm. And then I'll still be in melee, so maybe next turn I'll go fast, back up, and drag down. And just kind of just stall this guy out. Alright, so Snowflake will move. And all enemies in hazardous terrain get immobilized. So both the elites. And then I'll attack with Lifting Gust into the elite. Heal an ally. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this guy just takes 1 because it's a 0 heal ally. Nice. Alright. Well, that already proved to be useful. This guy's immobilized, so he's not going to be able to do anything. So I guess they won't... Oh, it's Arcane Explosion, not Chromatic Explosion. Is Chromatic Explosion, that's a Elementalist card? No, it's a Spellweaver card. That's what it is, yeah. Alright, really good Snowflake turn. Very, very nice. Set Wind. And now we get Gem. So because of that heal, I was able to remove the poison, so now I can poison myself. And attack for 4 with Disarm. And it'll deal 3. Fine with me. And now I will Amulet of Life. Good enough. Now Coral will move 2. That was move 2 with Pools of Power. Then Consume the Dark to attack for 2 with Pierce 4 and Wound. So left and then right. That does 3 and wounds. So this guy's dead. And then we need something big to kill, but I'm not going to Power Potion here. So let's just crit. Ooh, +2. So attack for 4 with wound. So he's not quite going to die, and then he's going to heal himself. But that's okay. Oh, I need to cough. My allergies have been so bad the last, like, 3 weeks. It's been awful. Okay, I think that finished my Coral. Oh, Rancid Brine. Did I do the Rancid Brine first? Okay. In the future, I need to remember to make sure I do that first, because had I drawn my +1, +2 if you had pulled a Tide, that would have been really important. It would be really nice to have the Rancid Brine, because then the Forest Imp wouldn't get the heal, and it would be at 1 health. But I was late on it. This first room has already gone absolutely splendid, so I'm not going to give myself that extra. And that finishes all my characters. So Suffer 1 and then Heal 2, because he's suffered 7 damage, which is the most. Suffer 1 and die. And then Disarmed, so he's not going to move, so he doesn't get the explosion. And Immobilized, so he can't attack, so he doesn't get the explosion. And Snowflake did not get a kill this turn, so she does not get her battle goal yet. What else do we have? Oh, never exit a hex adjacent to an enemy. So I haven't done that yet. I was thinking to go here and drag down, but I can't do that. I'm probably just not going to get Duelist. That sounds really, really hard to get. I guess it's not my fault. It's not my fault if he gets pulled away from me. So I don't have Lifting Gust, though. And And I don't have a push on Geminate. I only have... Well, I have the move 1 push away. But I can't push an adjacent guy without moving 1 away from him. Let's see. So how can I take care of this guy? And now I don't have any insurance against the Elite Chaos Demon, so I would love to take care of him. I do have a lot of stuff up on Crab, though. I've got a lot of goodies going. Poison and wound on all my attacks. Oh, and I get to stun. So let's stun the Elite. No Dark. Because Skitter looks amazing to attack for 1. Yes. Definitely Skitter. So maybe I'll just go as fast as I can at Undertow. Play Skitter and Smashing Torrent. I love it. I love it. Good job, Crab. Let's see. Still in melee form. I can Hornet Stinger and not have to poison the Snowflake. So maybe that'll be best. Maybe I'll just Retaliate and Shield, and I'm not poisoned anymore. And I should still have 1 tick of disadvantage. 1 tick of disadvantage. So with that Shield and Retaliate, I should be fine. And so what can I do on Flake? I think I like enticing breezing this guy towards the Geminate into these spikes. I have Wind as well, so let's do that. Unfortunately, I would love to White Winds to heal Gem, but I'm not in range of the Chaos Demon. But I can White Out to heal Gem and Enticing Breeze, and dude, this game just plays itself. I swear. Shield 1, Retaliate 1, then Hornet Stinger into this guy, and it'll deal 1, and he gets poisoned. Oh, now they will get the Arcane Explosion off. But I've got Shield 1, so I think I'm fine. It will switch me into ranged form, but I still have not exited a Hex adjacent to him. And Gem is done. So now Coral. So Skitter, not eating the light. So just attack 1. It'll just deal 1. But it will wound, which means that the Forest Imp dies next turn. Then move 1. Unfortunately, I don't have the... On a move, they suffer 1. I guess I could have set that this turn before I went for the Skitter. And I should always be trying to set a tide before I do my stuff, so that if I get that +2. Let's see. So Skitter, attack, move. Oh, I get to attack again. So let's hit that Pixie, that Forest Imp. And I deal 1, so now it'll die to... Oh, man. Skitter is such a good card. Now I will eat the light and attack the Chaos Demon. And I did not do a tide. So he will just suffer 3. But he gets wounded, poisoned, and stunned. Forest Imp also got poisoned. Oh, so the Forest Imp dies to the attack because she was poisoned on the first Skitter and then +1 on the second one. Not that it makes any difference at all. So I could heal 1 or move 2. And I think I would rather just move 2 and pick up a loot, right? Okay, a wood. I mean, it's something. And then Flake. So Flake will move here and heal 2 onto Gem. And then attack. And I can pull this guy either way. So maybe I just want to pull him into the Crab to keep him away from Geminate. Because they have some cards where they hit more than 1 target. Like, there's one where they consume Leaf to hit 2 targets with Push, and they're going to have all of the elements from this guy attacking. So I don't want him to be able to hit multiple targets, so let's pull him towards the Coral. Oh, I need to do the attack, though. And there is Wind that I set last turn. So Enticing Breeze will be an attack for 3 and pull towards the Crab. Oh my gosh. Now, do these add up into the same one? I think they do add up into the same one. So I will just get a heal 2 ward Geminate. It would be really nice if those were 2 separate wards and I could heal 1 ward both of my allies. That would be insane. But I don't think I can. And did I pull a +1? I'm pretty sure these turn into the same heal ability. Because I know that, like, if you roll like 4 of them and one of your allies is poisoned, it just eats the poison. But I did draw a +1, so he should take 5 damage. Because it was attack for 3, and he's poisoned, and a +1. Way to go, Snowflake. My goodness. And then he gets his turn, so he suffers from wound and does nothing else. And this guy will hit Gem, but it's attack for 5 at disadvantage into a full health warded target. So I take 2. This game is too easy. I'm playing on +3. Oh my gosh. I love these characters. This is a fun setup. And like now I feel like I'm getting to the point where I understand them. Not really Coral too much. I don't think I'm very good at Coral. Let's see. Maybe I could try to get down to the depths on this guy. I think most... Ooh. I think I'll just play 3 cards this turn. And just activate 2 Tides and go for a Cresting Force. It should deal big damage. I'm going as fast as I can at 25, which isn't that fast. But if I can get this guy low enough to die, then I can just... Or if I can get him low enough for Snowflake to kill, then she'll get her battle goal. Oh, because they set all of the elements last turn. And I have to kill something while there are multiple elements out. I don't really need to heal anybody. I don't really have any way to kill this guy, though. Oh, yes I do. I crosswinds him and I attack him. And I have to go after Coral. And then over here... this is where it's painful because... Dang. I could Into My Embrace this guy up top, but I think I'm just going to have to back off and sacrifice my battle goal. Because otherwise I'm doing nothing to this normal here. I would really like to just get the elite taken care of. I could Into My Embrace the elite. And then that would put me back in melee form, and then maybe I could do something against this guy. Maybe that's not awful. So I could go fast and double attack him, so then maybe Flake is targeting the other guy. But I won't be able to pull him into me. I guess I could pull the Coral over to this side. That's kind of interesting. Let's do that. Let's pull the Coral over here. Pull the Coral here, and then... But then Coral still needs to move 3 to get over to the Chaos Demon, so it's probably not going to happen. So let's just go with what I was originally thinking, and... Oh! What a bro! He steps away from me, and so now I can step further away from him, and I don't lose my battle goal because I am never exiting a hex adjacent to an enemy. He is exiting a hex away from me. What a bro. Unfortunately, they do go fast and should deal big damage. So Elite will step here, attack for 5, and it does 6. I don't have any shield, so I just take 6. I didn't even know that was possible. And then this guy will step back. I don't have disadvantage, but it can't kill even with crit. I do take 4. And my Coral is muddled. Gem was already muddled, so that doesn't matter. So Gem could just attack this guy and pull him in, and that would do big damage. But then Flake is going to kill, and Coral's hitting hard this turn. With the way this guy moved, I don't get to pull him in. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, now I have to activate this tide. So maybe I activate this tide, I move, and I hit for 4. Hitting for 4 isn't that good. 5 because of the poison. But if I move, how am I pulling the guy in and hitting him to kill him? So I could just pull this guy. What are my Geminate's options to go into this guy? I could, like, step 2, like this, and pull him into Snowflake. Maybe I have Coral step on the hazard. I would suffer 3, but then I could pull this guy into the ice spikes. I think I like that the most. So let's back up and into my Embrace the normal, and we'll just pull him 1-2. Actually, let's pull him 1-2. Or maybe I don't pull him at all. Let's not pull him at all, and let's immobilize him. This way he'll, like, always be over there. So just attack for 3. And he takes 4, because he's poisoned. How did I poison him? Yeah, Hornet Stinger, so he is poisoned. Oh, disadvantage. So he takes 1 less. And then I will switch forms, but he's immobilized for next turn. Ah, there was also fire. So now my Coral can't step. Can't step there. Damn. And I don't have any healing tools. Okay, so that finishes Gem, so now it is Coral. What can I do? Is there anything I can do that's, like, even remotely good? It's okay. It's okay. So let's set this so that I can heal next turn, and it'll be a good heal. And let's move over and attack with Cresting Force. So it's attack for 5 because I've got 4 tides, and he's poisoned. And it'll take the 0, so it does 5, which is still pretty good. Did I have him suffer from the wound? I kind of don't think I did, but maybe I did. Alright, so this room has gotten a little bit harder. Chaos Demons are actually quite thick at this point. I think we can still be okay. Oh, I was thinking, though, that I could pull this guy into this hazard, which I can't. But maybe I switch the play, and I grant a move with Crosswinds. Grant an attack with Crosswinds, and I tell Coral to attack the Chaos Demon. Coral will no longer be wounded, or muddled. So I could grant an attack. If I had pulled this guy, I could move on to the bottom side with Blizzard and push into the hazardous terrain. So maybe let's say I did that. I'm in melee form with Gem. So I should have recovered my fastest card. I should have Stamina Potioned Icebound Quills and done this, and this would have been amazing. I am still going to retroactively pull this guy. That's cheating, though. It's cheating. Okay, I'm fine with just keeping him over here. Maybe I just won't really do anything with my Blizzard. First, let's command my Crab to attack for 3. No, command the Crab. Damn it. Where did that curse come from? The pixies. That could have been a huge turn. Can I go fast and just attack with a small pole? No, I cannot. I can go fast and snowball, though, to get the Crab out of the way. Or White Winds to move the Crab out of the way. So I'm probably just going fast and healing. This guy we know isn't doing anything from down there. I don't think they have a range 3 card. So I can get both of the wounds off of both of my allies next turn. And then I think we're still fine. So we do this. Gem is in melee form. At 11 speed, Snowflake will move the crab out of the way. And so... Oh, I can also just drag down from where I am. The only problem is that I'm slow. But let's drag down and plan to switch forms. Ooh. But I switch forms with drag down, so I can do Thresh Flail to potentially pull this guy in. I mean, we'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens. I may or may not want to pull in. And then I'm long resting the crab. No, he is 3 range. Barely. Barely 3 range. I think this will still be fine, though. So, Snowflake is going to White Winds bottom on the crab. So, crab heals 2. And then can move 2. And so, we'll move like this. Right here, maybe, is better. Then with my top, I will heal 2, regenerate into Geminate. Regenerate the Geminate. This guy will suffer 1. He can't hit anybody. He can't hit 2 people with the pattern on Whirlwind. So he'll just attack Gem. For 5, though. And I don't have disadvantage left. So we need to not... Okay, good. I take 4. And I get muddled. He doesn't have wind, though. And then now the normal will see the Snowflake, unfortunately. And it does 5. This started so well, and now it's not going well. I do think I got pretty unlucky, though. At least on this turn. Okay, I don't think I want to pull this guy in, because... Yeah, I definitely don't. So, Geminate is just going to drag down into the Elite. Disadvantage. It does 2 damage still, though, because he's poisoned. But he doesn't die. But if he gets a melee card next turn, then he will die to the wound and not be able to do anything. I do not have Regenerate anymore. And now Coral. So Coral gets to heal for 2 on the long rest, and then 4 because I've got 4 tides up. And it's a long rest, but I don't get to keep any tides. So all of these will come down. I get all of this armor reset. And then pick a card to lose. Maybe Pools of Power? It's kind of nice to keep Overwhelming Wave up, but let's drop that. This is long rest time for Snowflake. She can probably eat an attack if she needs to. I could have Thresh Flailed to pull this guy in, but I think my best bet is going to be to hope that it's not a ranged card out of Chaos Demons. There's no way they have a 3rd ranged card, right? They've played both their ranged cards, so I can just totally ignore this guy, I think. So that will be the plan. I need to pick up a lot of loot. Let's see. Ranged form. Ooh, I really only have attacks. Or loss attacks. Which it wouldn't be the end of the world to play one, but I should have gotten back one of my cards. Like Mind Spike into my Embrace. I guess I don't have very many non-lost. Yeah, because I did the Smoldering Hatred. Dragonfly Surge top would be nice here. So yeah, I'm kind of struggling, but I didn't play any losses. So that struggle in and of itself is like a mistake. I can Selfless Offering with Firefly Swarm. On the Firefly Swarm, I discard Locust Host to get back Icebound Quills, and then I go for an Icebound Quills Draining Pincers, and it fully finishes out all my cards. Oh. We finished that round. And then I'm pretty sure that this guy is just going to die to the Immobilize, and I don't need to worry about any of that. I really should have positioned this hazardous terrain better. I have not utilized it to the fullest. So, like, my first couple turns, I think were pretty optimal, and then since then, it has not been that good. I think I'm just going to go for Sharp Chitin with Overwhelming Wave. Never walk through an ally. I haven't done that yet. Oh, actually, maybe I did. Maybe I did walk through Snowflake to get to right here. I believe I did. So, I think I failed that. Never exit a Hex. I have not done that. And I did not kill an enemy last turn, so I didn't get my thing. Okay, they're baning, but at least, I mean, the top guy's doing nothing, right? So, and if he goes after Snowflake, it won't matter because I'm long resting, so I'll heal off the Bane. Oh, and there is no element? I guess I long rested Coral last turn, and yeah, I didn't set an element with Drag Down or White Wind's bottom. Oh, Snowball top, I set Ice. Okay, so Coral... Oh, and then Coral sets elements now, because I do Sharp Chitin and Overwhelming Wave. Then Geminate is just going to attack for 3 with Firefly Swarm. 4 because of the poison. Then I played a loss, so I will discard Locust Host to recover Icebound Quills. And then now next turn, I can go fast and do something. I just need to move to switch to melee form. So let's go here and then right back and switch to melee. And now it's them, so the elite just suffers from his wound and he'll die next turn. And this guy just needs to move 2 to get to Dancer. So attack for 4, it does 5. And he will eat the ice to Bane the Dancer. And then she will long rest, so she heals 2, which will remove that. Definitely need Snowball, because I need to do a lot of healing. Let's lose Blizzard. And we can end the round. So, just one option here. So, I'll move up, and maybe I'll Icebound Quills. Here, it would be nice. Maybe I'll just play, like, triple... Let's just play triple Tides to be, like, really ready for the next room. And then here, I really need to heal people up. So I guess I just hope that Geminate kills. So I'll do the Icebound Quills loss. So I can go really fast and Snowball. And that'll give me the ice. And I like it. So Snowflake first. So a heal 2 on somebody. If I heal 2 the gem, then... Yeah, let's heal 2 on gem. Move gem here. And then let's just Snowball myself, I think. Or maybe gem. Let's Snowball gem. Gem's still going to get a long rest. I don't know. I don't know who to target. And I'll set the ice. And so now Gem will eat the ice to get 2 experience on Icebound Quills. I won't be able to recover a card on playing this loss, but it's fine. So basically everything kills. And then I've got my move and switch forms. I guess I could either do a move to or move and switch forms, but I don't see any reason to not switch forms. What card did I lose? Oh, I haven't rested yet. That's right. I have no cards in my hand. Okay. That is all satisfactory. Here I will just set 3 Tides. So now I add Poison, Wound, and Pierce to all my attacks. I have a shield. I play 3 cards per round. And after my moves, something suffers. He dies to wound. I pick up this loot. And we're ready for the next room. Okay. Not the greatest. Not the greatest. Let's open the door on Coral. So I guess move 3 with Down to the Depths. I can't believe I haven't been able to get this Bane to go off on, like, anybody yet. But I feel like I need the move 3. I could open the door with Mighty Claws to get the move 4. It's so hard to get a feel for how much stamina you have with 12 cards, but playing 3 per round. But maybe Mighty Claws would be the play here. Because I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue where any monsters are going to be in this room. And I'm really far away. Maybe I kind of like... I think I like maybe just a whiteout to heal. Move and heal somebody. And Crosswinds to command Coral to open the door. And then... that will help Coral get closer. I can go slow and let the monsters come to me. And then maybe I'll just, like, Cleansing Swell Skitter down to the depths. And then I can set up a lot of Tides and then hit for a attack 6 Cresting Force next turn. And that will probably get something down to the depths for a Bane. I like it. Snowflake will heal 1 on the regenerate. Move 3, heal 2. I probably want to heal up Gem some. Like, I don't know if I really... I don't need to heal Coral at all, because he's going to go down some, but he'll get the Cresting Swell heal, right? So let's just move here and heal here, and then command Coral to move 2. Oh, that is not bad. Okay. That is not bad. Bears cannot be immobilized. They can't be immobilized or stunned. So the only tool I can use on him is Disarm. He's attacking for 5 with Wound and Impair, but Coral can't be impaired. I'm not going to be able to kill both of the Pixies. I don't think. I am fast. I'm fastest at 74. That's kind of crazy. Could I get far enough away from the bear that he doesn't even reach me? I think I can. I guess it's already Coral's turn. Because I just do the move 2, and then everybody else is slower than me. So... oh... I won't get the Cleansing Swell if I want to move forward. So the question is, do I want to activate Down to the Depths or Cleansing Swell? The really nice part about Down to the Depths here is that as long as I pull a 0 on these Forest Imps, then they will die to Down to the Depths. Because I have the... yeah, I have the Suffer 1. Oh, so even if I miss them, they still will get baned and die because they'll suffer. So I need Down to the Depths with Skitter, so I would just do a move 2 with the Cleansing Swell, and then I won't get the heal. But I think I'm okay with that. So let's Down to the Depths first. And then move 2 with Cleansing Swell. They both suffer 1. And then attack with Skitter. I'm not going to be able to get away from the Polar Bear with the move 1 on Skitter. It would be so cool if I could just move 2 and get down here and get away. But that won't quite be a thing. I have boots! Oh, suck it, Polar Bear. Alright, so let's Skitter. Let's use the boots. Then let's Skitter. So we eat the light. Attack for 1 into the top guy. It draws a +1 and he just dies. I set light this turn, so it'll still be active. Then Skitter, I move 2, and then I eat the dark that I set last turn for another experience, and it's attack for 2. The add target doesn't help me at all, but he will take 2 damage. He will get poisoned, wounded, and baned. Which does not help him because he will just die to the wound at the beginning of his turn. And I did a move 2 on Cleansing Swell. I'm happy. I'm quite happy. That is a... That is a start on Coral. Alright, I probably am going to take a break here. I told my son I would take him to the playground. So I think I'll try to finish this room, and then I'm gonna take a break. He's getting restless, so... but I think we finished Coral. So this Forest Imp will just move 2 and attack for 3. And I have 1 shield from Sharp Chitten. And I take 2, which is nothing, but I get cursed again. Gotta love that. And then the polar bear will move 2 towards me and not be able to reach. And long rest. And ranged form definitely sounds like where I want to be. Let's see. Maybe Thresh and Flail wasn't the play. I'm not sure. Locust Host, I can't really do the thing that it's good for, which is stepping 1 away and pushing things away. I can't do that since I picked this battle goal. So, that'll be the drop. Alright, and what can I do? Ooh, you know what? Actually, let's go melee form. Let's go melee form, because what I really want to do is Birds in a Tempest. Let's see. Maybe I'll Birds in a Tempest and Lifting Gust to get wind for an Enticing Breeze next turn. Or let's Birds in a Tempest with Cold Snap. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I see it. I see it. I see it. So Birds in a Tempest with Cold Snap. Just a minute, bud. Let me finish this room and then we'll go. Okay. All right. What is this? Is that supposed to be there? Yes, it is. Oh. I totally didn't even realize I needed to read special rules. If both C4 and C13 tiles have been revealed, which I'm sure they haven't, replace the doors between them with a large snow corridor. What does large snow corridor mean? Alright, well, we'll figure that out when the time comes. Where is 13C? Oh, this is 13C. What was the other one? 4C? Okay, this one. Okay. So we have not revealed 4C. But I guess I can open door 3. And then that'll just put a large snow corridor here. That's fine. So we finished last round. And then here I decided to go Hornet Stinger with Reckless Jab, and I just hope that that'll be faster than the bear. I can Boots of Speed down to 13. And then go at 15. Beautiful. So I can just leave my initiatives like this, and it'll be fine. So let's just do a move 2 with Undertow. Then an attack for 2 on 2 targets with Mighty Cleave. So, move 2. Both of these guys suffer 1 because I moved next to them with this Tide. Then I will attack for 2 on both of them with Wound and Poison. And I will Bane the Imp. So let's go Bear. And then Imp. So Imp just dies. Bear takes 2. Gets poisoned, wounded. Doesn't get baned. Just poisoned and wounded. And then I will attack for Cresting Force, which is an attack for 6. 7 because he's poisoned. And 8 because I draw a +1. But I didn't do a Tide this turn. So he takes 8. And then now Snowflake will move 3. 1, 2, 3. Create hazardous terrain under. But I'll just do 1, not 2. Or maybe I should make a second one. I don't know. I could make one right here. Nah. And then the bear will suffer 2. And I set ice. And I used Birds in a Tempest to get here. So Geminate gets to add extra move. So Geminate will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And this way I don't go next to the bear. 5. Poison Wound myself to attack for 4 with Disarm. 5 because he's poisoned. And he takes 4. He gets disarmed. And then I will Amulet of Life. He suffers from the wound. And we are basically in there. So what can I do? Lifting Gusts, Enticing Breeze bottom. That feels good. I can't underspeed his fastest cards. Am I still melee form? Yes, I am still melee form, so I'll go as fast as I can. Ah, I lost the Icebound Quills, so it kind of hurts to lose my fastest card, but just go as fast as I can, and let's guaranteed be able to switch forms. And Long Rest. And I don't have Cresting Swell, do I? Cresting Force. Cleansing Swell. So I don't have that, but that's fine. Oh, Gem first. Oh, no. I can't move and switch forms. Okay, well, this is fine. Boots of Speed on Snowflake. Because I can't move and switch forms, because anywhere I move is, well, even if this hex were available, going here would still be exiting a hex adjacent to him. So Snowflake will just go first, and I'll attack for 1 at disadvantage. And it'll deal 2 damage, because he's poisoned. And I push him. And now I could pull him with the bottom of Enticing Breeze, and he would suffer 3, but then he would have 1 health. Which is fine, So I pull him back in. He suffers 1. Now it's Geminate's turn. Geminate will melee attack with Hornbeetle Carapace, so just attack for 2. It'll kill. And then now I can move 3. I can move 3 with jump, so I could just grab the chest. Oh, I should have grabbed this last turn. Oh. Undo. Geminate grabbed that last turn. And man, I really wish I had played Cresting Force bottom. I needed the attack for 8 though. Okay. Geminate will just go here and get the chest and switch to range. And I still haven't messed up Duelist, I believe. What was my thing here? Kill an enemy with 3 elements. That hasn't happened yet. Alright. We can end the round. My crab will heal. Get these back, because it's a long rest. And then I pick my card, but all of them have to come down. Let's see. Maybe Sharp Chitin isn't totally necessary. A lot of my attacks have been really, really useful. I've got so much shield from other sources. I guess a 25 speed card is good to have, though. Because that's like the only weakness I have is initiative. Alright, let's pause it here. And then we have a couple errands to run, and then we're going to go to the playground. Yeah, it's like 11 o'clock now, so it should be warm enough outside. Alright, it's been like 4 hours. We went to the park, we took care of the errand we needed to. We even met up with my mom, and she is watching him now, so that is nice. Yeah, I'm just on a new round here, so I mean, I might as well just move and pick up loot, right? Yeah, okay, I jumped over and I switched to ranged form. I can't pick up that. I don't have any of my loot cards. Let's see. So what do I need to do? In order to win this, I need to loot all 4 treasures, right? And I only have 1. Series complete when all 4 gold tiles have been looted. At the end of that round, read the thing. So I've got my move 8 lifting gust still. It seems like this should be a small room, right? So what if I like set up snowball and I just try to explode the room with snow dancer? And then just a move 8 jump should be able to get... I guess move 8 jump from here. I was right here, right? From here, move 8 jump can get to any hex in here. And so I just don't... Or from here, it can happen. So if I just clear out these 2 rooms, then this final room, Snow Dancer can just jump. And I think that sounds like a good plan. So maybe I'll just build up Coral for like 1 or 2 turns and then send Coral crashing through. And we can get Hornbeetle Carapace. There's a lot of stuff that I can get going. So would I want to move and change forms right now? I don't think I want to do that yet. So I will move and not change forms. I could just Selfless Offering. And then once I open the door, open with Into My Embrace. I think that sounds like a good idea. To get a little bit of a heal. Oh, but you can't heal yourself with Selfless Offering. So let's just save the move and change forms. Because that can be pretty valuable. And save the fastest card. And then, okay, I guess I just long rested. So I've got a lot. I've got 10 cards on Coral still. Crazy. This class is insane. I cannot believe how strong Shuck is. Because just the top of Shuck is basically the equivalent of a Blinkblade level 7 lost card that adds Pierce 3 to all your attacks. And, like, this is almost Pierce 3 to all your attacks. It's, like, slightly better than Pierce 3, given that it's Pierce 2 and Wound. Because, like, a lot of the time you don't even need Pierce 3. And so Pierce 2 with Wound is even more damage than Pierce 3 would be. So, like, you get the same effect as the level 7 loss. Without the card being lost, you get to set your element. And not only do you get to, like, keep the card so you don't lose the stamina from it, but then you also have an insane bottom to play, like, late into a scenario. It's, like, it's way better than the Blinkblade level 7 card, which is just absurd to me. So I think I'm going to set up Shuck with Overwhelming Wave here. Yeah. So Snowflake, just a move 3, and I do want to try to pick up a lot of loot. Maybe these guys can, like, run straight this way at the end of the scenario to try to pick up those. Geminate, I think, is just going to move 2. Maybe I could send Geminate into this room, and then a move 8 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, a move 8 almost gets to every hex, but if the chest is in the back, then it wouldn't. I don't know. Let's just move 2 on Gem. Let me... Alright. So yeah, just move 2 and don't change forms. Kind of wish I had played like a move 3 or something, but it's fine. Snowflake already did its turn, so we'll just set Shuck and Overwhelming Wave. And then, am I ready to go? Do I want to go ahead and go? Well, I definitely want to long rest. Yeah, I'm not going to go yet, because I definitely want to long rest Snowflake here. Oh, and she got to pick up a loot, so I'll make sure to do that next turn. So I want to get Coral close to this door. I would love to get close to the door and get both elements set, so maybe like Rancid Brine, Smashing Torrent, and then just a move 2. If I play 3 cards, then the next turn I could play 2. I could just play a move card with Skitter, and then the final turn I could play 3 to go with Cresting Force. So just like a move 2 card that I won't miss. And to go with Smashing Torrent and Rancid Brine. So maybe Cleansing Swell. I probably don't need the heal, right? Then here we'll move 3 and switch forms. And then I'll be able to, like, Thresh Flail and Drag Down if I want, I guess. And then a long rest on Snow. So, move 3, switch forms. 1, 2... Will this be enough? If there's something right here, I could pull it with Thresh Flail. I think it's fine. So let's just go there. Snowflake should have picked up that loot, but whatever. Okay, it's the same thing, so it didn't matter. Then Rancid Brine Smashing Torrent to get both elements reset. And then just a move 2. 1, 2. And then Flake will heal 3. Refresh any items. Nope. A card to drop. I probably should keep Birds in a Tempest. Birds in a Tempest would be a really good play this next turn. Let's drop Cold Snap. I don't think we need that. So yeah, Birds in a Tempest, 1, 2, 3, and maybe just pick up this loot. It feels fine to take the little bit of damage. And then Crosswinds, I like it. And this way I can open the door. I can open the door with the move 4 and then go for a Skitter. So do I want to play 3 cards this turn or just 2? It would make the most sense to open the door with 3 cards, right? So let's use Boots of Speed to get Snowflake first. And then I will go 1, 2, 3. Pick up this. And then now everybody gets bonus move off the Birds in a Tempest. And now I'll Crosswinds. So move 4 on Coral. 1, 2. Oh. Not how I was expecting this to look. Okay. So I just have 2 more move with jump left. So I guess I'll just go here. Unfortunately, this means I'm not going to be able to reach the Chaos Demon, but I guess it is what it is. I finished a move. So the Polar Bear will suffer 1. Oh, and then I can attack it for 3, right? So it does 4, and I've got Shuck and Rancid Brine, so it will deal 4, and it will... poison? Oh, and it'll wound. Crazy. Just insane. Then the Polar Bear will hit me for 3. I don't believe I have any shielding. No, I dropped the shield card. So the attack for 3 will just deal 0. What is this character? And I get immobilized, so I won't get to make him suffer again. But that's alright. It's not during my turn that I get immobilized, though. And so... now it'll be Coral. So I will eat both of these elements with Skitter. So attack for 3, attack for 3. And it'll just deal 3. And then I guess I will just attack for 2 with my top and heal 1, shield 1 with my bottom. Feels good enough to me. So attack for 3 again. Add a target, so just does 3. And then, did I suffer the 1 from the wound? I don't feel like I did. And then now I heal 1, shield 1 with Undertow. Still a sufficient turn, dealing 12 damage to this guy, withdrawing a curse. And now this guy, he doesn't need to step forward because the triangle pattern will hit like this with where he is, so he just attacks for 5. And it does 6, 5 because I have a shield, and then 2 because I have these. So I take 2 and I get muddled. And there's no wind. So now Gem can move for 4 because I can't pull from where I am. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hit the Polar Bear with drag down. Can't be immobilized, but it will crit, which will kill. And then I get brittled. Which I should... No, I do not have my Amulet of Life. But that's okay, because the Immobilize wears off on my Coral now. Because I was just immobilized during my turn, so now Coral can get down to the Chaos Demon this next turn. And we're in good shape. So, ooh, but 74 is very slow. Can I pull out with... No, I already played that card. What if I go... Let's just go fast, get closer, and heal Geminate to get rid of that Brittle. So white wins to almost guarantee that I'm faster than the Chaos Demon. I think the only card he has that's faster than me is his ranged attack. And with the ranged attack, he would come here and hit Coral, because it's the same distance, and Coral will be faster. Alright, well, so I don't know how, but the recording got muted for the rest of it, which was like 45 minutes, but I've cut it down now to just be 20-something. And so we'll just talk over it. So here I'm figuring that even if the Chaos Demon gets its ranged card, it's going to have to target Coral, not the Geminate. So 11 will be fast enough for Snowflake to be able to move forward and remove this Brittle from Gem so that it won't just die to this attack 6 coming from the Chaos Demon. And I'm going to figure out here in just a second that it's actually better for me to heal a Coral. So I'm starting to do it into Geminate here. But now let's strike a really thoughtful pose. Just looks so stupid. And then... So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and re-brittle the Geminate and heal the Coral instead, so that, like, 74 is actually faster than the monster, which is not what I was expecting. But since he's single target and slower than Coral, this means that Coral can actually just move forward and be the focus. And it looks like I think I do forget to apply that one heal from Regenerate, which was part of the point of healing Coral. I would be nice and full health, but oh well. Get a Cresting Force here. He suffered one from the Smashing Torrent Tide. I also forgot to do the Muddle, so, like, those things right on top of my head didn't really help me, but the attack did miss anyway, so, you know, we never know. I mean, I guess we can see eventually what the Muddle should have been, but, it looks like we got attacked and we took some damage, but it wasn't really the end of the world, just an attack 6. So now next turn, Snowflake's just going to move forward and attack. Unfortunately, I drew that. This is with Lifting Gust, attack 1, push 4. And if I could push this guy, he would suffer an additional 1, but I can't push with where he's standing. So he'll just suffer 3 because of the poison and the +1. And I get a heal 1 ward into Coral. Here, Geminate's just going to move forward and attack Poison Wound itself with Reckless Jab to attack for 4, 5 because of the poison, and disarm the Chaos Demon. And I do draw the Curse, but I decided to go ahead and pop the Glancing Potion here, because it's 5 damage. 5 damage is pretty good. And, you know, we can see we've only got 3 cards left on Snowflake at this point. It would be pretty nice to kill this guy on this rest cycle. And that 5 damage is probably the difference between killing him next turn and not. So we've got wind from when we attacked with Lifting Gust next turn. Oh, but the Chaos Demon went invisible. Because he was disarmed, so he didn't get to attack me last turn, but he had Chromatic Explosion. So I went at 86 here, trying to underspeed with Coral. But even with... And then I've kind of forgot on the other 2 characters. But even with that, he went at 98. So there was absolutely nothing I could ever do to deal any damage to him this turn. So just move forward on Snowflake and pick up that chest, which is the objective. And... yeah, set my tides, and it means, unfortunately, there is going to be an element, and Geminate is faster here, so that will be who gets focused with this attack for 5, which is pretty painful, but I have rested, so I have that armor, which gets me basically the best thing possible of crit and -2 as the pulls. So, yeah, that's one of the things I really, really, really like about leather armor, is, like, when you're playing a class that's not getting focused, like, too frequently, it almost works like a crude helmet, where, like, you know you cannot be crit, and so, you know, if you have 9 health, there's no risk in taking at least 1 attack, which is really, really nice. So, looks like this next turn, Coral is fastest, so I'm going to go for the Smashing Torrent to get a stun. Oh, and I guess I had to short rest Snowflake. That's unfortunate. But we can eat the light to get a stun. What else am I going to do? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Skitter. And I think, yeah, I messed up here. The Dark was supposed to be consumed, I believe. or one of those 2 elements was supposed to be consumed when he baned the Geminate. But I forgot to do that, so I gave myself a bonus experience here. I noticed that while I was editing it all together. Pause. But that shouldn't be the end of the world. Man, I needed to cough, so I paused the recording, but like it's kind of moved on, and now it's all weird. So I am being very careful at this point still to make sure that I don't mess up my duelist battle goals. So you can see Geminate is going around with its jump 3, just to ensure that it never exits a hex adjacent to the thing, and it can get closer to the door. So that was kind of a nice combo on this pull here, to be able to jump around like that. And then this was just a default attack too. This time I do realize that I was muddled. That's why I drew that extra card. But we drew a 0 the first time and a +1 the second. So guy takes a little bit of damage, and I'm not sure why he didn't attack, but I'm sure I did it correctly. Obviously, right? Or maybe he just already had. I'm really not sure. But anyway, we get to go at 11 here, and so I think I just do a default attack for 2, and then I can heal 2 or move 2. Yeah, I'm definitely considering opening the door here, but I don't... Oh, never mind. I guess I do it. So I go ahead and do a move 2 to open the door, but there is nothing special in this room. It is like way easier than I was expecting. And yeah, I think I have forgotten to check the special rules in that previous room, but there weren't any. And there aren't any here, so this is just a really, really easy room. I mean, I guess this is a 5-room scenario, so it's relatively long, but I mean, come on. 2 forest imps and a cave bear, like, no issues here. And then it looks like Koro is going to underspeed these forest imps, which is really nice. I should have enough movement. Oh, okay, and so this moving, it wasn't a move 2, it was the move 3 with birds and a tempest, which is giving Coral the extra movement to go into the room. So it looks like I did plan all of this. I don't remember, because this was like over a week ago at this point that I played this. I've just been procrastinating uploading, and mostly I've been procrastinating recording this audio. So we go for the move 6 jump with Mighty Claws on the bottom loss. I think, yeah, the Retaliate one's not going to get anything for me, but, I mean, move 6 will get me close, which is basically all that I really need here. Didn't play a Tide here, so, yeah, just 1 damage coming into this guy, and I think I do not have Shuck active, so unfortunately no wound, which would have been really nice. But we've got that ward going on, and we've got a ton of shielding, so these forest imps aren't going to be doing any damage. They're just so annoying with their curses. I think this is the first time I've faced forest imps in Frosthaven, and I prefer snow imps with their brittle, which, like, I don't know. I guess, yeah, the snow imps don't have any shield either, so I think they're actually a lot easier to deal with than forest imps. Just like a lot of the worst scenarios in Gloomhaven had forest imps, like Oozing Grove. that's like the main traumatic one. Like I played Oozing Grove relatively early into my Gloomhaven career. My wife was still on the Tinkerer. She was playing her starter still when we were trying Oozing Grove. She was playing the Tinkerer, and I was playing the 2 minis, the Beast Tyrant, and it did not go well. We tried Oozing Grove. I think we were just playing normal difficulty. I think we even went down to -1 difficulty, and it still took us like 6 tries before we beat it. And that kind of made her hate Gloomhaven from that point on. But we didn't know for a while that was like the hardest scenario that existed. And I'm completely rambling and on a tangent here, but I'm sure whatever I'm doing in the background is correct. I 100% firmly believe that the table scenario in Jaws of the Lion is significantly easier than Oozing Grove. Significantly. This is like a year ago at this point, but I uploaded a video of me going through the Jaws of the Lion tables level with all 4 of the characters at level 9, and I was able to beat it on +2 difficulty on my second try. Like 1.5 try. And I tried with those same characters again in the Oozing Grove, and I tried like 6 or 7 times, and I could not beat it. So I was able to beat it one time when I did a really cheap strategy using the bad Demolitionist level 9 card that no one should ever take. But the bottom of it works kind of like Inferno does for the Spellweaver, which just completely cheeses out the Oozing Grove. So Forest Imps have caused me some trauma in the past. So I've still been very careful to make sure that the Geminate never messes up its Duelist battle goal. That's really the main thing that happens for the rest of this level. It slowed down a lot because I drew a ton of curses. I drew 2 curses against that Chaos Demon in the previous room, and then I drew a miss right here. I know I draw at least 1 or 2 more curses coming up, because Coral's deck at this point is just really, really bad. I've been hit with so many curses. You know, I'm not actually sure if Tabletop Simulator only has 10 curses to put in your character decks. It probably does. Yeah, it definitely looks like it does, but I don't know. To me, it feels like I have more than that. But this level ended up being relatively easy. I had never seen it before, and beat it pretty convincingly, I would say, at +3 difficulty, because there's really just... Oh, yep, there's another curse. I knew that it was coming in here somewhere. I'm going to figure out in just a second that, yeah, this Cave Bear actually couldn't have moved there because there's no place it can attack from. So he just stands still. And this ends up working in my favor because I believe next turn the Forest Imp gets its 5 speed where it stands still and shields. So the Cave Bear still can't even move forward. So I'm perfectly safe here to just rest my characters. I've got a ton of health, and all I need to do is pick up this chest and then the one in the next room, and I've still got my Lifting Gust for a move 8. A move 8 jump on Snowflake. I think I was planning to set a bunch of elements and have Snowflake go into the final room and do a big loss AoE attack and have it one-shot a Forest Imp. But there actually isn't a Forest Imp in the final room, which was unfortunate. So I don't believe I never did get my battle goal with Snowflake in this level, which was unfortunate. But now she's going to rest. Once again, this Polar Bear is faster than the Forest Imp, who didn't move last turn, so he's not going to be able to move or do anything, so his turn just gets skipped. Geminate needs to figure out exactly where to go, and then, yeah, I played a loss just for experience on the move, and then get a little bit of an attack. That should be like 4 damage. Yeah, 4 damage. Can't really pull, but that doesn't affect anything. Just so busted. I mean, Coral does have a very, very interesting style in which, like, you are significantly weaker the later and later a scenario goes. When you have fewer and fewer cards to build up smaller and smaller waves, you really do lose quite a bit of effectiveness from smashing Torrent on both of them. And then Skitter, I believe both of these are targeting the Forest Imp. But, you know, let's just miss, like, our... with that -2, like, it's basically missing... So I set up the Snowball here just to try to build up some damage on Snowflake. Oh, let's get a -2 again, of course. Oh, yeah. And, yeah, I wanted to use my net to immobilize the Cave Bear, but they are immune, so... Wasted item there. Really not not going to be the difference here. Alright, well, I'm going to cut the rest of that Forest Imp's turn, because I took a very long time figuring it out. Cave Bear walks up, and it does pretty good damage into Coral, and now Coral is just 2 health wounded. So not longed for this world, but... there's not really all too much left going on in this level anyway, so... Geminate's going to move forward and do this loss attack with Draining Pincers. No light, which would be really, really nice here for the advantage. But I do believe we... oh, no, I don't miss. I deal an entire damage into the Forest Imp, but then a +2 into the Cave Bear is going to kill, which is very nice. So that stacks up a very nice loot action for next turn for Coral. And then now I am next to this Forest Imp, so I cannot back away from it, or I would lose my Duelist battle goal. Forest Imp isn't moving, which is kind of nice. Am I going to go? Yeah, I'm probably going to go for the Thresh and Flail loss attack, trying to kill, but I think it's going to fail to pick up the kill. And so I move in here with Snowflake, who is going to be able to hit these two guys. There's nothing special in the special rules here. I was just making sure. And so I'm going for the loss attack with Whiteout, which is attack 2 with both of my potions is attack 5, with the Ember Energy Source is attack 6. I think my Snowflake Snowball is at the point where it'll be attack 7, attack 8. Oh yeah, the rules say a Black Imp, but it was probably just supposed to be a Forest Imp. That's just kind of a funny printing error that I noticed at this point. And then all of the items to get the Whiteout attack. And we're going to deal decent damage, probably. Unfortunately, both these guys are just so tanky on this difficulty, 24 and 16 health, that, like, I think the second attack is attack for 8, so it could one-shot the Chaos Demon with a crit. But of course, we gotta pull the miss again. 90% of my actions are just miss at this point. I get to force him to move with the Whiteout, so he'll suffer a damage, and then get a nice handy-dandy immobilize into the Chaos Demon. Unfortunately, Cave Bears can't be immobilized, so I couldn't wait and net this guy here. But it's definitely not going to be the end of the world. Going for the Thresh and Flail, and I pull a -1 and a 0, and a handy-dandy curse. So, yeah, I've already used my items, so Geminate's not going to be able to pick up the kill there. And then Forest Imp's just going to suffer and then heal itself. And I believe Coral is just going to go for the loot 1 on the bottom of the thing to loot those 2 tokens and the gold tile. Do get 2 herbs, which is very nice, a flame fruit and a corpse cap. A very, very, very good loot action. And I forgot this guy's turn, but that didn't affect anything. He's just going to move forward and wound. And then this will be the final turn. Snowflake is fast enough, she is able to just move onto that chest, and bing, bang, boom. We are in there. I go for the Snowflake attack, trying to just get some experience, I believe. And yeah, there's nowhere for me to move to hit both of them with Whiteout, so I think in a second here, I just give up on it and go straight towards the chest. So we pick that up. The monsters need to finish their attacking, but this was not a kill all enemy scenario. I'm pretty sure it was not. And so we don't need to worry about any of that. Is Geminate gonna pick up the kill here? Yeah, I'm gonna go for the experience with the with my bottom loss attack. So Hornet Stinger for attack 1 and poison, and then my attack for 5 because of the poison with the -1 and the 2 shield. I'm not sure how much health it had, if it should have killed or not. Oh, it looks like he has 1 health left. Yeah, that looks correct to me. Coral's gonna have to lose a card here to the wound in order to take its turn. Oh, what an evil crit from that Cave Bear. But I've got plenty of cards to lose on basically all of my characters. Probably should have played Cresting Force here for the experience, shouldn't I? I guess I can attack with Overwhelming Wave for an experience. Oh, and it looks like I forgot to give myself the experience. So, the 1 experience that I shouldn't have gotten earlier on the Skitter gets offset here with the 1 that I got right there. So I did accomplish double checkmark goals on Geminate. Unfortunately, at this point, Geminate is actually missing. I think I went into this level and I had put the checkbox into that one to replace a -1 with a 0, change any element to any element. But I hadn't actually put the card in the deck, so at this point I fixed that. I'm actually still missing a checkmark on Geminate at this point. I have I went through and I counted them, but I forgot about the 1 extra that you get for having retired a character previously. I get 4 of any, and at this point when I'm recording, I've already retired the Geminate, so I just never get that perk that I'm missing out on, unfortunately. The scenario reward is 4 of any herbs. We get a pretty nothing what is this? An outpost event. So we're just going to add a thing to the calendar. I believe we do 158.3, which in my memory will give us an unhealthy mixture, which we can disenchant into any herb that we have previously turned into an unhealthy mixture. There are also some crafting recipes that call for an unhealthy mixture as the item. Like, I think the Chaos Blade calls for that. You know, I was looking away. I don't actually know what I'm doing at this point here. Oh, okay. Looks like I was taking out my 12 gold and getting all my resources, and then my garden will pop, give me even more herbs. And just last time in town, I was able to upgrade the alchemist to level 3, so I can now make 3 herb potions. So the first one that I go for here is the major power potion. And I do not know the recipes for the major potions very well. I have 3 of them written in my notes for the speedrun, because I do actually unlock the alchemist level 3 in the speedrun. But the only ones I use are the major power and major frenzy potions. And then I'm not sure what it's called, but there's a potion that will make a movement better. Swiftness? So I also use the swiftness potion. I don't remember that recipe off the top of my head. It's just in my speedrun notes. So I think the thing that I was kind of fishing here for was the holy waters upgrade. Because it gives, like, if I start next to everybody, it would give me a bless for everyone, which would be really nice. And Snowflake at this point is very, very strong and really likes those blesses, especially right before going for huge snowball attacks. So I was just going for recipes that have flame fruit corpse cap, because that's the recipe for normal holy water. And so I got this expertise potion, which is really, really cool. At the start of your turn, discard one of your played cards to play both the top and bottom of the other one. And so the thing that immediately stuck out to me with this is Shuck, which I think I even mentioned in the previous video when I was picking Shuck as my level 3 card. Because now I don't know exactly how this works with the expertise potion, but I would assume like when you lose a card, it doesn't go to the lost pile until you finish the action. So I think you can play the top for the tide. You'll have the tide for the rest of your turn. And so that gives you +1 tide with the top of Shuck, which gives you an extra action with your bottom, but it also gives you pierce and wound on all of your attacks with the Shuck loss. So expertise potion sounds really, really, really good for Coral. Because when you're doing all those little tiny attacks, being able to add pierce and wound to them is really, really nice, and makes the Shuck loss even more insane than it already was. I get the Stonewall potion, which is definitely not what I was looking for. You know, giving ward to yourself and all adjacent allies is like, it's probably one of the worst like upgraded potions, because just being able to ward yourself at any given point is actually pretty good. Like, say you're going fast and a monster's going to hit you for 6. That's a pretty decent time to pop your potion to give yourself ward. But, like, it's worse when it's giving it to yourself and all adjacent allies, because, like, you're not necessarily already going to be next to your allies, so then you would have to change your turn to move next to them to pop it in an emergency situation. And it just doesn't seem all that good to me. Foresight potion is something I've considered for speedruns, because it's just really, really nice going into a turn knowing, you know, if oozes are going to split or not, or something like that. So I end up giving it to my Geminate here, but I'm not super happy with either of those potion choices. And I'm not sure if I hit level 5 or not here. I might, so I might be able to use an extra potion. I think I don't at this point. And right about here is where I'm figuring out that it was muted the whole time.
Why was it muted? How long was it muted?
So then I just stopped recording.